Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. I actually have two things I wanted to briefly talk about today. The first is that someone actually suggested this on a YouTube comment recently, because I've alluded to the fact that I actually play Monster Train very differently on my mobile game, right? I have an Apple phone, so on my iOS, I play Monster Train in a different mode entirely. I play Blitz mode. Blitz mode Monster Train is a 30-minute run. You win in 30 minutes or you lose. The goal is if I take longer than 30 minutes to play the run, then I have automatically lost. I top right and abandon the run. It is chaos and there's no room for explanation. There's no room for thinking ahead. Looking at nodes that are in the future takes too much time. I have to click cards fast. And it is a nightmare. My best win streak on Blitz mode is 14 and 0. 14 wins in a row. That's my best with 30-minute monster trains. And that is tragic. It is really tough. But I do it this way because of the fact that I'm playing these on my like work breaks, right? So I'm like, okay, I've got 30 minutes. I'm taking the time off. I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna blitz. And then we play a blitz run and then I get back to work. That's basically how I do that. It's where I came up with the idea. And some people, I've mentioned this before, some people be like, hey, why don't you play that on the channel? And I'm like, I don't know if that would be entertaining because talking would be really difficult. I couldn't explain any decision. I would simply just play Monster Train super fast and maybe talk about, I don't know, a random thing happening in my life or something. Because otherwise I can't articulate the decisions fast enough. And I can't think about decisions because I have to go so fast. 30 minutes is faster than any video I've put up on the channel. The fact that I can even play that way is shocking to me. So that's kind of an interesting one that I wanted to bring up. I don't actually think it makes sense for the channel. I think it would be kind of a bad fit, but it is funny to think about. And I wanted to at least discuss it with the folks and see what people think. I think it's pretty unlikely I ever try that, but it's entertaining to consider. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and what I originally wanted to talk about for my intro today, was stretching. This is something that I've noticed as I've gotten older, is that stretching matters a lot. And I think it's no surprise. I do some kind of physical exercise every single day, which oftentimes includes a 2 mile run. And when you run that often, you really need to stretch a lot. And I've also noticed that my cats have this really awesome stretch where they just like they lean forward, lean back, and then they do these like the little leggy out where the leg is out in front or the leg is out in back, and they alternate. And I'm looking at this and I'm like, these cats have got stretching down. They go through every single muscle group. They are stretching their spine, their legs, their neck, everything. I'm thinking I need to emulate that. Now it's a little hard as a person to stretch that way, but I have tried like some leg elongation stretches that have been really interesting. So I don't know if there's like a stretching routine that anyone else who's physically active has suggestions on or thoughts about, but I thought it was an interesting idea I wanted to pose just because it's something that I have found is very helpful for me. And I'm constantly trying new stretches because I've noticed I very frequently will run better if I stretch better. But better is hard to quantify because it's not necessarily stretching more. It's not a quantity thing necessarily. It's how effective is the stretch. So I've experimented with a variety of different ones and I've come up with some pretty interesting ones. I think emulating the cat is my next goal, the one I want to try. It's going to be hard to do that without looking crazy, but I think I do want to try some. It's kind of basically you going into like a yoga pose, right? It's like yoga up dog or something like that, downwards facing dog. I think you actually, if you flip between up dog and downward facing dog, you're kind of doing the cat, right? That's essentially cat stretching. So basically, if I do some yoga before running or exercise, we'll see. I used to do yoga a lot more before COVID, but nowadays I don't feel like going out and risking my health to join a yoga class. And it's very hard to do yoga in the comfort of your own home when you're alone. I don't know, that doesn't motivate me, right? it was always the group activity that made it more interesting. But anyway, that's enough of that. What are we doing? We're playing Monster Train, right? Absolutely. I recorded an absolutely awful daily just before this, so I want to play some redemption runs. I would like something very strong, Monster Train, that lets me feel powerful. Don't make me overthink on my first good recording of the day. Alright, we're currently on a 248 win streak on this particular series. Hooray. What was it? Well, who was the champion for that? Does anyone remember? Oh, it was Prince, wasn't it? Yeah, we had a Wrathful 1, Brawler 2 line. We had a Lodestone Totem run infused with Nameless Siren. I'll put a multi-strike in the totem, which is always a good sign. There were some gifts for a guard, good turns. I'm always a big fan of when that card pops off. I think it's a very advanced strategy to use gifts for a guard because it's very dangerous, right? So you have to play it very smartly. But the card is not bad. It's just hard to control, and it flings massive power at you in exchange for that lack of control, which is kind of cool. It's a cool design. I like it. Play a bunch of cards, they're free, and then just hope you don't lose and brick your run. But we also had some fun Capricious Reflections with Permafrost Last Stands, got a Deep Offering in there, a really strong Frozen Nostalgia play in there as well, so pretty cool stuff. We're moving on to Sentient, who is notoriously terrible. Speaking of my 30-minute runs, she's one of the worst for it because she's so slow in Relentless and is also so risky in the early game. It's just tough, but we'll go ahead and get in. Hopefully I don't lose. That would be terrible. We don't want to lose this win streak. This is the only one I currently have that I actually care about. And yeah, so as always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see what we get into today. See how Monster Train treats us. Be nice. Be kind, Monster Train. Be kind. Alright, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing okay. Other than that really nasty recording just now of a daily that was absolutely tragic, we're doing alright. I slept 11 hours because I stayed up really late last night playing Lethal Company with the SO, which is always a good time, but at the same time, it makes for a tough morning, so we were up late playing that. I love that game. That game is a lot of fun. It's very silly in a compelling sort of way. And it has all of the other kind of copycat games or similar games I've never really gotten hooked into. But this one, Lethal Company, man, I enjoy it. So anyway, let's see. Today we are default Awoken, default Hellhorned. It's great. We have pings. Excellent. I love torches. I can shoot Cultivating Sentient to scale, or I can kill enemies. Wonderful. We're facing Pushback Talos. Bummer. We have Curse Fell and Patient Seraph. This is honestly one of the worst combination of bosses you can face. They all ask you to solve different problems, and they are all terrifying in their own way. Fell is extremely dangerous and requires you to have Ember or some solution here. Patient requires his own solutions because he's unique, and his clan combo is okay at it, but not perfect. And then Pushback Talos is notoriously dangerous, so this will be a tough game. Unfortunate. Hopefully we high roll somehow, but I don't know. Starting cards are Restoration, Detonation, Molting, and Bramble Lash. They're all fine. I don't think I would prefer Spikes even with the Bramble Lash. I think Cultivating Sentient is going to be much stronger into Patient and most of our other lines here, but maybe. If we're shown Explosive and Spikes, I'm going to take Spikes, but the rest of these are fine. I like having the heal at least, so there's that. Alright. Temples today are 2, 3, 6, 7. A decent spread. Removal dupe on Steel Side on 8 is nice. We have a Money Trinket Shop on 7 with Vortex. That's good. Competes with a Magic Shop. No Steel. Another Trinket Shop with Vortex on 6, but no Steel or Magic. It means we get double Steel early, doesn't it? Yeah, we do. Man, we get double everything. I guess we get super denied on shops in the mid-game, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, because we get Steel Magic in 5, which is fine. But yeah, we get nothing in 4 as well. Dang, alright, yeah, we get double shops in Ring 3 in order to compensate for that. That's really spicy. A lot of early game impact. We have to get value right away or we're going to struggle. Meanwhile, Ring 6 does have that second trinket shop, competes with a random Hellvent and Cave, no shops otherwise. Steel Shop, Vortex on 5, Magic Shop, Cave on 5. Probably that Steel Shop, honestly. We have a Removal Dupe, Hellhorned Banner on 4, competing with completely garbage side, Horde, Health, and Money. No value almost, unless you high roll the Horde. Early game is double every shop because the mid game is a nightmare. And then we get an Awoken Banner on Steel side on 3, and an Awoken Banner on the Steel side on 2. So it's looking like we're going to get some Awoken units, and probably not a Hellhorned unit, but we'll see, I suppose. Resonant Shard, Vapor Funnel. Resonant Shard is really nice. It is bonus damage. Vapor Funnel is probably going to be really important in this run. Just being honest with you, I think this is going to be really important. We're low impact. I don't have the rage for Resonant Shard, or else I might consider it more. We're going to take that Vapor Funnel. Dark Forge says, Cultivating, Bristling. They're making me choose, and I told you before I was going to take Cultivating no matter what here. Bramble Ash is dead in this world, but I'm fine with it. We grab money, it's okay. Mark of Invasion. I mean, Mark of Invasion is free. Vapor Funnel, let's go. I just basically play, what, bottom floor or something here, and we're fine. Yeah, truly none of this stuff matters. So we're going to save on health. I'm going to play the Restore. I'm going to double ping mid-floor, which hopefully makes the Collector accessible somehow. Man, we missed the Collector. Ah, it's such a bummer. Terrible draws. We drew so much garbage. Where was my Molting Imp? Where are my torches? How do you cost me 50 gold, Monster Train? It's awful. Absolutely awful. Bummer. Alright, well, it's a slow combat. It's going to be really rough. We carry on Vapor Funnel, though, by a big way. In a big way. Just ridiculous amounts of stuff there. I would like... I'm going to take, what is it, 6 from top floor here. There's no way I can get that guy down, right? No. Never, I can never get him under 30 here. I think I should Molting Imp middle and then ping the Imp so he doesn't give damage shield. This reduces the amount of damage I'm risking from the Apprentice of Light here, which is fine. We take 6 upstairs. It'll have to do. We just ping the guy in back on bottom. We come pretty close to the kill here. It is pretty close to the kill. I can get an extra 8 damage through if I play, or 13 damage through if I play the Molting Imp in front. Yeah, well, it doesn't actually work out that way because of the way the trample is on this guy. That's fine. 16. Alright, I mean, at a minimum, I just do this, and then we torch him a bunch. He's dead to Vapor Funnel, so I'm not mad about it, right? Can we get the kill here? Ever? No? Alright, he dies to Vapor Funnel. Thank you, Vapor Funnel, for saving the run. Look at that. Incredible news. Take 9 damage, get out of here with a trial, it's fine. Razor Sharp Edge, absolutely. Desperately need damage, of course. It's probably Fledgling Imp, right? It's gotta be Fledgling Imp. I mean, here's Rage. Take Rage. Okay, we'll click it. Those are good openers. I like that. We need a unit. It's going to be an Awoken Banner. Quick. Not a fan of Quick. Awoken Hollow is probably the pick here. As weird as this is, I think the Awoken Hollow line is far more secure into Patient. Sentient, I could pivot to Spikes later. Husk Hermit, it's an acceptable unit, but I'm going to be real, I think the Hollow is superior here. That's great. I'm going to go ahead and re-roll this. Oh, they give me a multi-strike. Well, you know, I am going to take it. It's fine. He can kind of prop himself up to some extent. -2. Intrinsic. It's never the intrinsic. Is the -2 on Razor Sharp good enough for me? I don't actually think so. I think we're going to play it chill. We're going to play it chill. Moving on. Unit draft. I'll click it. I think we can get out of this thanks to the Awoken Hollow. Yeah. Now, I would have had a multi-striking Husk Hermit. You're absolutely right. 100%. 100% I would have had that, but that's okay. We're just going to play it like this for now. And we get big weird scaling. It is weird scaling, let me be clear, 100%. It's strange numbers all over the place. I do think we need to buff here. It's funny because the Hollow is buffing the Sentient. The Sentient will buff herself as well because of the way the cultivating works. So it's... But also, I'm not getting a lot of value out of the Molting Imp. I just need to hit these guys in the front for really high numbers, because Vapor Funnel carries the back line here in kind of glorious fashion. So, it's fine. I do think self-pinging is probably the right play, as weird as it is. This floor is cleared. Good. Great. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and blow up the bottom guy. Or front guy. That actually clears the floor, shockingly. Take a Razor Sharp edge here. I know what you're thinking. I could Razor Sharp out the Foot Soldier, but I think we're going to have enough health on the floor to be fine here. So, let's accept that as is. All good. I could and should consider... I think... Being real, I think actually second Razor Sharp clearing the 5-1 is correct. We are going to self-ping. It's acceptable. And then now it's just heals, right? Any heals they give me are fine. Blow this man up. He never stood a chance, right? Yeah, alright. This is a weird floor that doesn't self-scale my multi-striker, but it gets through the combat no problem, which is good. Pyrogrow, Sting, Steel Enhancer. I don't think it's ever Steel Enhancer. We have enough health here. I am looking for a sweeper now. Sting is never bad. Pyrogrow is health, and I do have the offset of Sentient. I think I actually grab it here. Or not health, it's... What is it? Pyre. Ember. Energy, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I'm going to click on Vent as a good plus 30 target here. I think it's solid. Well, we're accepting that. And then in the back we get, what is this, Rail Beater, it looks like? Is Rail Beater ever correct? He's not wrong, that's for sure. Sure. Alright, Rail Beater it is. If we see another multi-strike, I think we're very solid into this run. We're going to go left again on the Steel Shop. It's fine. Large Stone, not taking that. I'm going to look at the Awoken banner. Quick. Husk Hermit pivot. See a second Hermit. Could go Sweeper here. Backlines don't threaten me as much as long as the front lines don't get killed, right? As long as I don't die, I don't care. Quick is fine. If I do the Hollow line, I'm self-infusing him, though, so that will be a space cost at some point. And that's a cost I can get away with, so... Because draw from Sentient, Ember from Pyrogrow, so... Ember, that's the word. What did I call it? Will? I'm playing too many games right now. I got Inkbound on the mind or something. Quick. I don't think Quick is really that impactful here. It's fine, but we have a tanky floor. I'm going to skip that, actually. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to re-roll this shop here. Excellent. Multi-strike on the Rail Beater gives us a very potent floor here. I'm feeling good about that. Plus 30. Yep, that's going into the vent. Absolutely. Tendon piercing. Here's a serious consideration. We could hold over the vent, which I actually think is better, and I'm going to tendon piercing the restoration detonation to blow up heavies. I think that's pretty good. We do no infusion right now because we don't have a target for any of it. Abandoned stave. Wow, that's pretty good. Then we can actually take card draw. It's interesting because I actually think... I don't think I was taking Ember anyway. Right? I don't think I was taking Ember anyway. We have Pyrogrow, right? It's true. Is it too much Ember, possibly? 4 is enough with Pyrogrow in my deck. I think I'm actually going to grab the Calcified Embers here. Yeah, interesting, but fair. And we're going to chill a little bit. I don't have a good infusion here, and I'm okay with that. We have no backline infusions yet. We have no frontline infusions yet. I have to wait a while for the next infusion. I didn't see an Endless, so this Rage Imp is never going to really be it, I don't think. But that's okay. Kind of a weird deck state. A lot of multi-strikes, but strange otherwise. We're going to move on. I'm not afraid of Pushback Talos right now because my floor is very durable, very tanky in kind of a good way. Like, sure, she's great, she pushes me back, but I kind of don't care. Right? It's fine. I think so. It's fine. We're going to play Sentient bottom. I'm going to go ahead and double Train Steward middle. Doesn't really matter. Get that hollow prepped upstairs. Remember, don't play your calcified embers. They are, well, they're pretty important, as it turns out. I'm going to take Pyrogrow here. And I am going to do Rail Beater in front so he gets pushed to the back here. We'll buff up there. Yeah. Vapor Funnel, man, doing some absolute heavy lifting on this run in kind of crazy fashion. Just an unbelievable amount of effort from Rail Beater here. Truly impressive. And look, he swings. Impressive. These backlines I'm not afraid of. They walk upstairs. It's fine. Vapor Funnel, huge backline effort. Great work. Go team. I think we are going to blast one, blast the next, and then play double restores here. As long as Sentient's not dead, she's not. It's fine. I do get shuffled around a bit. It's okay, because Hollow can solo this run as well, right? I'm not afraid of the order of operations here. So that's okay. We'll put the Razor Sharp in the back. Double restores here. All good. I think I am just venting middle because it hits Talos for a ton of damage. Sure. Fine. That's okay. We actually clear top floor, shockingly, but we do well. I think we're definitely winning this combat here. As long as we continue to buff Hollow, it should be no problem. Here, I'll shoot the boss because it's probably not going to matter, but it might. There you go. Wonderful. We did it. Keep going upstairs. We'll play the Molting Imp, and then we'll vent. Alright. I think we definitely win this just based on number games. Yeah, 100%. I knew we were. It's fine. Floor crunches her. So that's great. Now, I don't think it's space yet, but we should be considering that. What's coming up? Where's my dupes? Where are my dupes at? Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to be duping Hollow on ring 6, it looks like. So I can plan for the infusion post-Fell, so we don't take space now. Right? Right. So we do not take space now. I'm going to take draw instead, I believe. That will be correct. Wildwood Tome is pretty spicy. I like that. Getting some quick in here is good. We're going to take that. I like that more than the other thing, which was the Awoken's Rail Spike. Now, I could Branded Warrior here. Go for some scaling, potentially. I could Steelworker to get some further defense. We have good choices. Defense or offense? Great question. Great question, in fact. I think defense is going to be it. I'm going to be healing a bunch anyway, but I think it'll help into patient if we don't see something better. Offensively, we should be okay with just self-infused Hollow and a bunch of healing. And Sentient's going to be carrying. If I see a holdover on Vent, we're clearing floors. So I'm thinking Steelworker is the play here. You know, like an Edge Prior would have been optimal, I suppose, but I don't see it. And it's not... we can't predict it. It's never Shattered Shell's Infusion. I think Branded Warrior's Infusion is fine at best, but we're going to take Steelworker instead. Cool, and then I've already decided we're taking Draw here. Great news. That helps offset Pyrogrow and a variety of other things, and now we're in the drought of mid-game, but we have managed to upgrade our units pretty effectively. I'm going to go left, I think, for the just strength that is the Unstable Vortex. The Hellvent is probably just... honestly, a vent, if I'm being real with you? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm going to look at this Hellhorned banner. It's unlikely. I'm not taking any of these. I mean, Horned Warrior, I mean, straight up another multi-strike. How do you feel about that? I feel bad because I am actually relying on Awoken Hollow's health scaling, so we're happy with Steelworker here. Cool. Cool, so that Steelworker is going to be kind of annoying for a while, but we're going to do that infusion on ring 6, and then we're going to do the Hollow Self-Infuse on 7. So just kind of hold on to Mr. Steelworker for a while. Before I cut Bramble Lash, let's look for Spike's Pivot here. Yeah, I think it is Spike's Pivot here, actually, now that I'm looking at this. Because we're not playing Cultivating on the floor. I will give up some of her health, but this is okay. Spike's Pivot. Cool, great, wonderful news. Great, so I think we actually don't cut Bramble Lash then. I'm going to cut Double Train Stewards. Pretty much unplayable. They're pretty hard to fit anywhere. The dupe, I actually think straight up is Vent. Even though it doesn't have a second upgrade, I'm okay with it. Because you gotta remember, one of these I'd be happy to put a Tendon Piercing in. The other I'd love to hold over. So, we'll take a second Vent. Do I stay sub 50? 2 shops coming up. I'm going to the Magic Shop. I beat Pyrolite Master. I'm not afraid of him. Cool, it doesn't actually matter. Clipped Guard, this should be acceptable. I think I can take the spikes. It makes Vapor Funnel spicy, but, you know, fine. Sentient drops. We're going to play Rail Beater upstairs. It's cool. I'm going to give him a buff. Great. I'll play Pyrogrow. I'm going to buff Sentient. Great work. And then we actually clear the floor out, which is pretty cool. Neat. I do get Steelworker, who's just going to get played downstairs with Sentient. Why not? Right? You might as well, yeah. Do I heal here? I think I ping here. Or do I heal second? Keep her afloat. I might actually go for the Priest so that I can hit it with the second vent. I actually kind of like that. I'm going to ping that Priest out. We get Collector. That's great news. Wonderful. Alright, Hollow upstairs, good. I'm going to go ahead and send that Bramble Lash downstairs, value immediately. And then I think I'm self-pinging for the scaling because it kills a man, which is pretty cool. That top floor is looking spicy. We see the other vent, though. Great work. I could just fully clear this floor, but I don't think it's correct. I want to play these restores more than anything else. And now I'm not clearing middle guy, so you might as well then go for what? Play out a Train Steward, I suppose. Then we'll vent upstairs to clear that out a bit. That helps this floor a bunch. Good, great. Bottom floor is actually doing okay. Quick. Excellent. I am, however, going to just blow this man up anyway, but it's fine. We now have Quick online. Good. Great. Blast Frontman, which I think clears this whole floor in glorious fashion. Great work. Excellent. Bottom floor does acceptable, but we do get 2 curses out of it. Oh well. Curse 1, curse 2. I think big health is worth more than the Razor Sharp here. Yeah, big health. 20 healing is good. Great. We did it. Wonderful news. Cool. Good, we get through this, we get the trial. Nice, see if we get a good... Oh my god, Sinner's Salve is so huge! I can completely disrespect Fel now. Amazing. We're gonna take Ensnare here. 10 times out of 10. Oh, Sinner's Salve is such a good hit. Grab this Inferno. I'll have the Ember for it. Yes. Good. That's also a great -2 target. We get the Excavated Embers improvement. Wonderful news. Those are now free cards. We're going to the Magic Shop, which is great. Holdover here is a big win. I don't need a Steel Shop. I guess it's not bad. I can upgrade Rail Beater again. How do you feel about that? The removals are pretty decent. What other Magic Shops do I get that maybe help out? This is like my one opportunity, right? Oh, I guess I get the Magic Shop on Ring 7. Which, maybe I go to that Trinket Shop instead, but unclear. Probably going to the Hellvent on Ring 8, so I see a Steel Shop then, though. It's a little late. We have enough hits on the floor, though. I'm okay. I do like the removals, though, is something I'm seriously considering. That's value. I like this Magic Shop. I'm going to go to this Magic Shop, though. I think it's actually better. I can spend money to remove stuff. If we don't see the holdover, I'm not that upset about it, right? It's fine. The Horde today says, ooh, split anvil, huh? I can absolutely take that. Volatile Gauge, no thank you. Winged Indulgence, no thank you. We split anvil here, and we're happy with it. That's good. Magic Shop, I mean, I'll take the -1s. There's no reason not to. Split Anvil somewhat changes the calculus on this, but I think what I would like to do is get Inferno to 2 and Bramble Lash to 1, and then any Vent will play every card, and Inferno will play every other card, right? And that still leaves Inferno open for a possible -2 later if we don't see the holdover on Vent or something like that. Do I actually want to invest in Bramble Lash? I mean, it's 100 damage. It's going to be higher damage eventually. Alright, sure, Sentient. Let's go. Great, wonderful. +10. We should absolutely buff other Restoration Detonation here. Yeah, big heal. Absolutely. 100% worth it. Reroll this. We're never double stacking here. You could argue with me to double stack Ensnare. It's actually not terrible. I don't think it's that important. No, I think we're fine. I'm going to re-roll this. Permafrost. Bummer. Absolute bummer. Alright, -1 the Inferno. It's fine. I'm going to buy 2 removals. We're going to cut Train Steward 1 and Train Steward 2. Good. Get rid of those guys. That helps. We'll look at the cave. Build a card. Sap. Sap damage. Ascend. Descend. It's descent, right? Yeah. You may ask why. This is huge, right? This is absolutely insane. Insane tier roll. This is... Find a spell chain, toss a -1 at this, go mad with power. Even without investment, right? This is how you beat Patient. This also beats Divinity. Now, of course, I did take my -1s first, but it's okay because remember we have split anvils. Now, sadly, I didn't really roll very well otherwise. What's coming up? Trinket Shop. I don't think it's ever this Trinket Shop. We need to go to this Hell Vent, right? So we get money for free. So I can just take this +10 into what? Just a random restore, honestly. Make random heals stronger is good. We move on. It's only 70 shards here. We're super okay because we haven't been able to do any of our infusions, right? Armor Emblem. I think we get away with this. A lot of cards in our deck, but remember 3 of them are just freebies, so it's kind of whatever. Sentient mid-floor so we can actually punch some of these things. I think that's fine. Play the Steelworker. Get the Awoken Hollow upstairs. I will immediately Razor Sharp on him. It's good. Rail Beater up top. Absolutely. Let's start the Pyregrow. I'm going to Bramble Lash one of these guys. Then we get to start the healing. Don't have enough Ember. It's fine. Vent is your friend. Okay. Blow up top floor, for sure. Just blow that man up. Take the Restore. We're venting middle. 10 times out of 10. Absolutely. I could have played out that Fledgling Imp just to never redraw it, which is not a bad idea, I suppose, but fine. It's okay, though. We have split anvil solutions. So, here's the deal. I get big vent. I get to Inferno bottom floor for free. So we go big vent first. We're going to draw a card now, which lets me play that. I get to Inferno bottom floor for free. Top floor is an absolute freebie here. And then middle floor, we're kind of just chilling, right? Sure. Honestly, acceptable. I get Wildwood Tome, great news. We'll play pretty much everything else out to the best of our ability. They show me a vent. Why not? There's no reason to click these cards. They don't do anything for me. I'll play the vent anyway for funsies. Great job. Cool. We should be okay. Great, yes. So here's an easy play. We vent for 4 downstairs, which gives us a free Inferno. I go ahead and play every single Restore card upstairs for scaling, and then I just shoot the boss for a couple damage, and it's fine. It's a good turn. It's kind of what you're wanting to see. Mid-floor falls apart. We expected this. 100%. Scale upstairs. It's okay. Torch. Mid-floor does not kill things. It's spikes damage. It's fine. We win upstairs is what's going to happen. Great, we did it. This was always the plan. Okay, cool. We get everything here. We get the money. We make it past Wildwood Custodian. Don't mind the draw if we take it. I could take a Preserved Thorns. I don't hate Preserved Thorns. Restoring Retreat? Do you ever assemble a squad here? No, right? I don't want Sentient doing weird stuff. I don't want Sentient stealing cultivates from Awoken Hollow, whatever, or however we want to do that, no. And I like the floors being separate so that I can get Patient to bounce, right? I'm going to take Preserved Thorns. It's a good card. Draw faster. Tiresome Climb. That's an important card. Yes, we'll take it. I don't necessarily need it with the sap, but we should diversify our options. I'm going left. I must. Remember, it's important. I have to take space in order to self-infuse the hollow. We're going to do our Steelworker infusion here. Oh, like, give me a 10 in piercing. I mean, I'm going to 10 in piercing one of these vents. Am I seeing another magic shop here? I thought I might. That's a tough call. We're going to do the Steelworker infusion now, for sure. 100%. It works. Great. Cave next. Yes, it's fine. I have to think a little bit. Oh, wow. All right. Sinner Salve into... How do I want to approach this? Now, these are spells now, right? They're not blights. I was looking at the Excavated Embers. I was like, wait, does that work with Penitent Remains? No. I could go Weathered Coldstones here. They're free, and they heal me. Do I need this? I don't think so. It's not bad, but I don't want to draw these. I mean, the Calcified Embers are just free, though, right? So it's always Ember Stasis. This is just for sure. But... yeah, I mean, you always grab them. I'm just debating if ever I consider Penitent Remains. It's funny, if I'd seen these in a different order, right? You could have taken the Ember Stasis and then gotten more copies of Excavated Embers because of the way it works with Calcified Embers. I've almost never seen that actually happen in practice, but it could work. I'm going to take the Ember Stasis here. I don't mind the 120 blasts. They're free. Literally free. We are going to plus 30 and 10 in piercing some stuff, okay? It's wisdom to do it. We're going to 10 in piercing event. I mean, honestly, between the two vents and the Inferno, I have enough tools here. I might not need more. So let's 10 in piercing event. Plus 30 something else? A plus 30 the other vent for a plus 60 damage attack? It's not terrible, actually. Just give up the ghost on the holdover? What can this trinket shop show me that I really care about? Railhammer's not bad, I suppose. Emblem of the Exiles? Sure. A lot of the rage ones I'm not interested in. I think I would skip on Imp stuff too, being honest with you. I have 3 imps, unfortunately. I did draft one of them, because you never know, right? I could have ended up down seeing Endless, and the run looks very different, but so we take these opportunity costs, but I'm not sure about that plus 30. The dupe here is always easy. It's got to be Awoken Hollow. We must self-infuse the man. There is no doubt in the world. My deck looks really bloated because of the 6 Excavated Embers or Calcified Embers, but they're essentially free cards. I am a little ahead on stuff, though, right? I mean, even with that, we're looking at, what, 32 cards, basically? It's a bit of an expensive one. We are looking at going to this Vortex. I would love to do that anyway. Remove some garbage. Magic Shop... I have enough density, I kind of don't care. What if we just go plus 60 on this and give up? I'm going to do that, actually. I'm just actually going to do that. And I think I'm okay with it, right? I'm fine with that. We'll move on. Just give up this magic shop nonsense. We'll move on and we'll blow stuff up. Meanwhile, Sinner Salve completely negates any threat from boss. Look at this. 0 cost. Loser. Absolute buffoon. Okay, now I am going to play Sentient with one of the hollows here, because I have two of them right now. So it's going to look a little strange, but it's fine. Spikes downstairs, sure, why not? We'll draw a card, see what we hit. Pyrogrow, why not? Here's a self-ping, cool. Sentient's going to do fine downstairs. Hey, look, incredible. We get Hollow and Steelworker upstairs. I will play out the other friend down there. Unfortunately, this upgraded Absolver lives. It's not that bad. Let's self-ping here. It's fine, I think. I don't mind. She gets sapped to 0, but it doesn't really matter. This floor doesn't matter at all. We're going to play the quick. And we're going to restore, focusing on upstairs. I could have vented for higher and gotten the tiresome climb for free. I don't know if I actually care about that, though. Not really. Sentient's doing great downstairs. I would take a... what's it called? I would take Unleash the Wildwood here. Play the Molting Imp out. Then we're going to play a 3-coster downstairs. We're going to blast the boss with some sap. I'm going to kill one of these guys downstairs. We restore up top. Self-ping. We're looking pretty decent here, right? Looking okay? 2 cost. Oh no, bottom floor, I lose Sentient. It's sad. We nuke mid-floor, though. I think that's just superior. Cool. Let's kill one guy upstairs, and then we piercing shoot the boss for 100 here. Let's sting downstairs. Good card draws. I'm going to ping out in the back, which I think actually saves Sentient. It totally does, believe it or not. We're going to just let that rooted go through. I don't really care. Okay, now I want to play out these embers because they're in my way. Blow 1 up, blow 2 up, blow 3 up. Yeah, and then we keep Sentient alive. I'm going to go ahead and Inferno mid-floor, which is incredible. Then we hit the Excavated Ember. We just load up upstairs here. Sentient lives. Incredible work. Honestly, great. Very impressed with how this is turning out. This is fine. Let's go ahead and ascend with Tiresome Climb. Go for value here. We do lose Sentient, sadly, but it's not that big of a deal. We're going to win this combat anyway. Alright, Fledgling Imp. Great, get in there, champ. Sting. We do not have... Right, so I can sap here, and then I can actually blast her for 100 damage, which I think is correct. We'll play the Restore up top, Ensnare downstairs. We actually get 175 on the bottom floor, which is kind of surprising, but it's okay. This is a great turn. This is a fantastic turn. You know why this is a fantastic turn? We just blast the boss. We ascend the boss for free days, right? We get another free vent. Actually a lot closer than I think anyone wanted, if I'm being honest with you. Those free dazes are pretty important, I think. We had enough health in the back, I think we could have taken another round entirely, but that did work out in our favor. Adaptive Mutation. Shard Channeler? Is it ever Shard Channeler? No, I don't think so. It does make Spike Sentient a little more threatening, but I don't want to draft more garbage. We skip this, it's fine. It is space. Remember, it is always space, so I can get the hollow self-infused on the floor. It's important. That will be my play. Yes, it's always space here. And now, the real decision, which is, do I chase the trinket shop? I think I do. I don't really think there's anything I'm particularly looking for, but I think the magic shop is not important, right? -1's not critical. I don't need the holdover. We're fine. Removals are the play. We go right, yes. Okay. Give me a minus something, anything. Spell Chain is not what I was looking for, but I can think of worse stuff. Sap Tap. Hard to say no to card draw, huh? Channel Heart Thorn Casing. I don't think those are ever worth it with just my Preserved Thorns. I would like them, but I don't think I want them that badly. Let's go ahead and take Sap Tap and spin this. Lost Luggage. Lost Luggage makes for a very strong turn 1, doesn't it? Really does, especially with that Split Anvil. Worth it. Alright, a lot of spend there, but value. I think we are going Bristling 2 here. 20 spikes is a critical threshold. Yes. She has low hit points, which is a bit of a bummer. We're going to remove... I really want to cut these torches, I think. They are very low impact. The restores are good. The torches are bad. Do this infusion real fast. This has to happen, right? Hollow into hollow. We planned for this. Good. Great. Okay. Remove torches, I think. Cut 1 torch, 2 torch. They're rough. Okay. We should be a little cautious. What is this spell chain doing? Is it on old magic? I think so. This is Sap 6. Although I could just go in on Tiresome Climb, right? The problem is it's going to be very hard for me to ever play all of them, right? Both copies. Old magic... It's a tough call, isn't it? Can piercing the other restoration detonation. This is a pretty good weapon. I think we'll do that, yeah. That's fine. I think, unless I'm going to a magic shop, Spell Chain on Tiresome Climb is super risky. It is game-winning if I do that, though. Do I need another hit on... that's such a sacrifice. Do I need another upgrade on Rail Beater? This is not what I wanted. I mean, I guess I could maybe see, like, a double stack if I go left, but a -1 gets it there, right? 4 Ember, I play the first one for 1, and then I play either the 2-cost Tiresome Climb to make everything else free with Split Anvil, or I play a 3-cost Vent or something, which gets me there. I think I need to take what's shown is the part that's getting me here. I think Tiresome Climb is stronger than this old magic. The old magic is still good, don't get me wrong. That's a solid blast. That is disabling some things and also sending them straight to hell, right down a floor. I think we take the Tiresome Climb. I have taken Lost Luggage to hopefully make it more accessible to me on turn 1. We didn't get an Intrinsic, which would have been ideal. Ancient Hate. I don't care. A lot of this is piercing, and I could use the money. I think we're fine either way. Anything that walks is whatever. Good turn 1. Let's Sentient mid-floor because I have the Inferno active. Well, I don't actually have to make that decision, right? This is actually kind of a bummer. I can't Inferno here, can I? That's true. Because I have to put 2 Ember into Hollow Rail Beater. Right? So they're always getting played. 10 times out of 10. Easy mode. And then we Sentient bottom floor, I suppose. Then I Vent. Well, I will play the 1 upstairs. Then I will Vent. Now the question is, do you... well, play the Pyrogrow, for sure. Do I ensnare bottom floor? It's a little dicey overlapping those, right? I think we're going to ensnare in the back and then Vent this out so I don't waste that turn. Acceptable, I think. Now, I could Excavated Ember here. I could double ping in front and Bramble Lash him for 200, which is pretty cool. I think I will do that. Big plays. We're going to go ahead and Razor Sharp up top and continue scaling. I value the scaling more than I value the Wildwood Tome here. Excavated Ember. All right. Upstairs, we get this kill thanks to a restoration detonation. Very cool. I do need to keep the scaling going. I need to get these +4/+4s. I think the angle is actually crazily going to be, what, Molting Imp, Fledgling Imp here, which kills the front dude. Then I can Old Magic something, which I think will be the guy on bottom floor. And then I vent bottom floor. Now, unfortunately, that is a spell shield moment, but that's okay. I can ascend something. Not everything got upgraded. Everything is absolutely upgraded into the high heavens. Let's say I ascend this guy upstairs somewhere. I mean, I can actually kill this man, right? 100%. Restoration detonation has a piercing on it, so we're okay. Let's take the excavated ember first, see what we hit. Okay, let's kill the man upstairs. I'm thinking, I can double tiresome climb is the trick here. So, because I have 5 Ember accessible, makes everything free. Yeah, so I think the play is actually to double tiresome climb the Purifier out. He never dies, but I don't care, because he walks up, never attacks me, gets killed. Fine, we blow up mid-floor. I don't lose the torch, actually, which is fine. Let's go ahead and Wildwood Tome it out, which actually does improve the way this behaves. Let's torch once middle. I'm afraid of this floor, right? Because these double upgraded heavies. So let's sting, sting, sting there and try to work our way through it. I'm going to be hoping for like that ensnare or vent or something. Great. Honestly, excellent. Inferno is online. Right. So I think the top floor... Actually, I think we kill on bottom floor, right? It's just murders another double heavy floor. It doesn't help as much upstairs. I can ensnare this guy out, which is good. Although it makes the... Oh, mid-floor gets infernoed. Yeah. Okay, so... Start with the ensnare on the back. Great. He's locked. Good. We're going to draw a card with the restoration detonation. Good. I then get to vent. We're going to vent upstairs because they're all accessible, right? And this is not the piercing one. Wonderful. We inferno middle. Powerful. I then go huge scaling upstairs. Good. I get a thing downstairs. We'll shoot this guy, I think. Good. Honestly, great. I feel pretty good about that. Now, upstairs... How do we want to approach this? I do get a root, which is nice. I think we just tiresome climb the back guy out, right? 70 is twice here, so just play the tiresome climb here, and this poor guy is dead. Great. The rest of this is free and accessible to me, so that's great. Cool, good. Honestly, wonderful news. Top floor is clear. I'm gonna vent this mid-floor dude. This Bramble Lash does nothing for me. Okay, alright. I think we're okay under this combat. Good news. Top floor is clear. Great. Let's, I guess, work on the vent stuff downstairs. I think the correct play, though, is to blast this man for 150 here. It's just good. It's just good business. We're gonna work on that spell shield. I think shooting him for 30 is a fair trade. We don't want to overload upstairs, though, or bottom stairs, rather, because he does get scarier, right? So we don't want him to get too powerful. I think an Inferno is a fair hit, though. It's a good trade. We get to draw. I mean, our damage is looking pretty good up top. If I had another multi-strike, I'd feel a little better, but that's fair. Yeah. Alright, we're okay. We get out of this combat. I think this is enough damage to win the run. As long as I can articulate the bosses to be dazed and stuff. Second Ensnare is never wrong here. Just being honest with you, it's a really good card for this run. Let's click that. It replaces itself. Tiresome Climb number 2. You know that's pretty decent, actually. Put things into the Vapor Funnel. Gosh, there's a lot of cards in this deck, but we are drawing pretty fast, fortunately. I think a second Tiresome Climb is correct. Now, the big deck is where we're at. Now, the question now becomes, what is the play, right? I could very easily... Removal dupe is huge here, because I just dupe the vent again, right? Second... Yeah, second Tiresome Climb helps a little to not necessitate me going left. Second vent is pretty big. I don't know if we need it, actually, as funny as that is. But another vent does clear floors, and we're already beating Relentless if I can get these Tiresome Climbs to connect. I think going right, and the removal's actually pretty huge. I can just dumpster 2 more torches. I'm going to go right. I've convinced myself the second Tiresome Climb has enabled it. Large Stone. A plus 25 I could toss in that, man. I'm going to re-roll that, though. Root Split Mask, Light's Gift, both of these are huge. Absolutely massive rolls. Let's look for a second multi-strike. It could happen. Quick? No. Alright, we didn't get it. It's fine. 25 health? Honestly, the man now has 65 health. That's good. Great. Happy. Okay. The cuts here are double torches. They're very bad cards. Very bad cards. They do less than anything. The imps at least go away. Light's Gift is pretty huge. Root Split Mask is also pretty huge. This makes mini-bosses viable targets. Yeah, alright. We're going to Light's Gift Root Split Mask 100%. I do think I take the money in the middle to buy a removal, though, and cut the last torch. I think that's strong enough. So we'll do it. Yeah. Goodbye, torch. Great. It's excellent getting rid of that. I get a plus 10. I don't know what that's going to go into. I could make Big Impin stronger. It's unlikely that's going to matter. Now, the dupe here is straightforward. I think the dupe here is Big Vent. I guess it could be just Inferno. It's kind of a weird option. Do I want the shards? Am I going to Trainwreck at levels? Aha, I could go even bigger vent. No, it's actually weird. What do I want here? Is it actually Big Vent? My restore situation is pretty weak right now, I'll admit. Big Vent is really good. Not like big vent, like middle vent. This vent is actually pretty huge. Big Vent is what I would describe as just like plus 30 holdover. Plus 10 piercing added into it is big. This is huge vent, plus 60 vent. Let's think. So if I draw fast enough, which is most likely going to be what? I'm drawing 7 cards a turn. 7 cards a turn, drawing through in 4 turns. Tiresome Climb is just barely going to be enough, right? Just barely enough disabled. Now, obviously, I could be a little faster because some of those cards are going to be Preserved Thorns, so Sting. Some of these are like Excavated Embers, go away. A lot of these cards vanish on first playthrough. So there's that. Ensnares redraw themselves. So there's a lot, right? Because practically my second draw-throughs are basically like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 8 cards reduced, so I'm down to 23, and then 23, and then a bunch. Or it's actually more because of Preserved Thorns. Whatever. Preserved Thorns is plus 2, so I'm at 25, but 5 of them are redraws, so 25. I'm drawing faster than once through every 4 turns. But the Tiresome Climb has a spell chain. If I can ever play the spell chain copy, we're golden, right? So I think we're actually okay on day's duration. So I would rather have... It's either density on the days, so just straight up a normal Tiresome Climb here, or it's more wave clear. Wave clear is our weakest point right now by a wide margin. I think I'm going to take another vent. All right, I've convinced myself, and I've clicked it. Great. Wonderful news. Okay, we're going to move on. Actually, I'm going to re-roll this shop and see what we missed. Gnarled Root. Oh no, my sentient. All right, we're going to move on. Patient. 195 out of 100. He's very scary. But we have baits, right? We have the ability to push him to a different floor, move him around. We have a lot of tools for this. We also just draw a turn 1... How important is this? Sentient is bottom floor, hands down. But how important is this? This is crazy, because they showed me the tiresome climb, but I have both my units. How important is the tiresome climb? I mean, it's critical, right? It's mission critical? It's gotta be. It's so important to play that. How did I draw this and not a single one of my excavated embers or something else? I think I have to play... Yeah, I genuinely think I have to play this tiresome climb or I'm losing this run. Right? I think I do. No choices, basically. So, with that in mind, it does fortunately make some stuff free, but I do have to choose now. And because some of these cards are restores, the unit that goes down is going to be Awoken Hollow. So, fine. We do Bramble Lash out bottom floor, which is pretty amusing. I'm going to go ahead and vent upstairs. We get some big stuff here. I was really hoping that was going to be an Excavated Embers, but, you know, it's fine. We do some damage. Goodbye, Rail Beater. Bummer. Okay. Here's your Excavated Ember. Let's play it. Pyregrow is out. We're going to drop the Restore to draw a card first. Cool. I'm going to go with 3-cost Vent here. No. Play the Molting Imp middle. Draw him away. We're going to go Tiresome Climb on the boss now. Then I'm going to vent downstairs. Actually, yes. Vent downstairs. We'll double play the Ensnares on an irrelevant turn. Should be fine. Cool. Honestly, great. Inferno is not a problem. We'll take Excavated Ember first. I need to draw around. I'm not going to play this Inferno because I want the Molting Imp to bait here. So we go Molting Imp, draw a card, Wildwood Tome. Weird choices. I think the angle here is 4-cost Vent, save Sentient some health. Sure. I could sap the boss. I think I'm going to actually sap the thing in front to save Sentient some health. I'm going to go ahead and keep healing upstairs. I will not play out the Wildwood Tome. I would still kind of rather it be on the Rail Beater. We do not Inferno because I think this forces him to go middle. Excellent. Excavated Ember. Alright, good. Great, in fact. We can do a lot of damage here. So our play is first to restore to draw a card. Look at that. Rail Beater lands. Amazing. Great work. Now, I would like to Tiresome Climb. Yes. I can play 4 Ember here. So let's Razor Sharp on this floor. Let's Tiresome Climb him off. We'll leave in that 3-coster so I can play the Fledgling Imp middle, which does continue to bait him, right? I can then vent middle floor, which saves one of these guys, and I can... Oh, keep him up here for 200 damage, right? For sure. For sure, for sure. Sure, shoot this man downstairs. Alright, that's probably acceptable. I need one of these guys upstairs really needs to hit my floor. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. We have a large amount of melee weakness stacking up here. Now, here's the deal that's going to be a little annoying. I do need to play Tiresome Climb here. So we're going to ascend the brother back up, which does, for better or worse, mean that I am going to incant him up. I get an Inferno. The Inferno is middle floor, because this floor is falling apart anyway, unfortunately. So we're gonna do this. Okay, Sentient lives. That's a good bait. Yes, we're happy about that. Draw a card first. Tiresome Climb. Okay, so angle here is simple. We vent. We double vent bottom floor. Yes. Now we send this man over. Cool. I'm going to play Wildwood Tome finally. We come downstairs and we Bramble Lash here. Ensnare up top. I'm going to play the Stings. This is funny because I actually can save Sentient here in kind of a shocking way. And it's good. Yeah, look at that. Incredible. She baits one final time, which is exactly what I was hoping to see. She baits one last time, which is honestly incredible. And then we blow up bottom floor, absolutely. Just full send. Incredible. We scale up top. We've actually managed to only do, what is this? 2 melee weakness up top, which is great. Shoot the boss, I guess. It's fine. Yeah, it's actually fantastic. Because that's Relentless right there, and he's got 5 turns of daze. And I have a 4-coster here. So we'll 4-cost Vent. Which plays all of this. We Inferno... Oh, it's actually... This is even better, right? Hold up. I double ascend him into the final boss fight with me. Yeah, actually. Okay, here we go. Send him 1. Burn that floor. Right? 7 days. Then we ascend him 2, and we're going to get 3 days because he walks into Light's Gift here, right? 10 turns. Yeah, great. Wonderful. Win. Easy. Okay, Patient is done. Patient was spicy. We definitely needed... What was that? Yeah, we needed 6 of those turns. We're not actually that fast. But this was also a wonky combat for us. So, I think we articulated that well. Cool, let's go Blast Divinity. This should be easier if we don't get completely screwed on this first turn card draw, right? Beautiful. Incredible news. We get Sentient downstairs. She's probably not long for this world, but that's okay. We go ahead and we play Mr. Railbeater, Mr. Hollow, wonderful news. I'm going to go ahead and hit that Excavated Ember. Amazing, we get another one, why not? And Inferno, well, shucks. You know what that means. That means we play Molting Imp downstairs and we don't Inferno that floor, and that'll have to do. We're going to go ahead and play the Ensnare for card draw. I may as well vent bottom floor. It kind of just kills most of it, huh? Cool. I'm going to Inferno middle to do 100 damage to the boss, and we start the scaling upstairs. Missing out on a Restoration detonation, but that's okay. We're basically just looking to try to keep Sentient alive as long as possible. Big blast on bottom floor is pretty huge. Okay, we can play Molting Imp middle. Great. We haven't actually seen a daze yet, which is okay. We have the durability for this. I think we just shoot mid-floor. I don't see a reason. Shoot bottom floor is kind of dumb, all this spell weakness. This is the one without the piercing. So I guess we blast mid-floor, which makes all of this stuff free. These restores are going to do huge heavy lifting here. Cool. That 20 in piercing helps Sentient a lot. Bottom floor is active. Great. We finally see our pyre grow. Can I save sentient here? Yes. Probably? Maybe. No heals. Shocking. Okay. So the play is for sure to get rid of Fledgling Imp. Yes. Then it's Tiresome Climb upstairs. Makes all of this goodness free. We're going to go ahead and vent bottom floor here. Yes. We blow up a man downstairs entirely. This goes to 33. I don't think we can actually save her. That's a bummer. Well, it's okay. It'll have to do. We managed to completely neuter this, though, which is pretty cool. We're going to draw into the other Tiresome Climb next turn, which is perhaps the only real threat we could have had. I'm going to go ahead and sap upstairs just in case it matters. And let's pop a sting on middle, and then work the rest downstairs. This, I think, will be okay. Right? We draw at least a net positive here. 4 Ember, so the play here is kill the man in front, draw a card. Great. We get Big Vent. Big Vent is going downstairs into Mr. Scary Boss Man. Yes, we're not going to be able to get the spell chain copy here, but remember the plan is always like future turns, right? When we redraw the 3-coster, it's okay. So we're going to play this at 3 downstairs. Great. Which gives me 1 play of it upstairs, which is enough. We do big scaling up top. It's good. We sting middle. I guess I could have sting bottom, but I'm probably going to see another vent that I'm loading into that floor anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, we do see it. No heals on this turn, unfortunate. What if I lock down the Apprentice? I have double ensnares. What if I actually double lock down the Inquisitor, and then we just Inferno his floor next turn? It's kind of an interesting, cheeky idea. I kind of like it. Yeah, I do like it. We're going to do that then. That negates any concern there. That means I can vent freely upstairs. And we just play cards, right? Big card plays. Look at that, Bramble Ash doing absolutely nothing. Thanks, bud. Cool. Now, hopefully I draw the Inferno here. Incredible, I did. So the angle first is shoot man upstairs, draw card. We're going to vent for 3 here. Now, I'm going to Inferno middle, so let's vent for 3 on the bottom floor. Powerful. Good. Then we get the Inferno out. Wonderful. That neuters that in a big way. We go for additional scaling here. Bramble Lash continues to do absolutely nothing. We do have 1 more route here. I could drop a man down and make this next floor pretty easy. It's just going to be double Gilded Wings, though, which I think we deal with pretty handily. So I think we maybe just, I don't know, shoot this guy up here to do an extra 100? Yeah, why not? All right, fine. Okay. Another Ensnare. Now, wait, I could actually... I'm drawing Ensnare again next turn. What if I just never fight the Inquisitor, right? It's kind of a cheeky idea. I don't know if I like it, but it's an option. It's funny. That is actually quite funny when you think about it. Let's draw a card first, see what we hit. 2-cost Tiresome Climb, it's good. Alright, who do I ensnare out to Nothing Burger? Do I want to just... Because 2 turns remaining, 1 turn remaining, a single ensnare on Slate means I never fight him. Which is a pretty good sign, right? I think we can beat Inquisitor. He's going to be in front on this floor. We're hitting it with a vent. Yeah, alright, let's just turn off Slate. And then we're going to 3-cost the vent middle, which is a big play. This Split Anvil nonsense. Huge fan of Split Anvil. Daze the boss. Razor Sharp Edge in the back. Great. Sting the boss. The mini-boss, rather. Okay, now this floor is now spicy. Alright, we have to... This is going to be a turn of a 4-cost vent. For sure. Yes. Because it lets me daze. I do draw a card. Ah, look at that. High rolls. I think we just drop this Gilded Wing, actually. Just send him away, which swings this in kind of a cool fashion. I get to continually daze the boss. Look how much armor we have in the back here. That's interesting. I'm going to lock down what? My Relentless floor is 2 turns away. 1 turn away, Relentless. This is my Relentless floor on bottom, so if I ensnare Slate, he's gone. Now, of course, Slate never risks going to the Pyre Room, right? I fight him in Relentless right now, which is not ideal. He's a big chunk of health. The question is, do I need to? I think this next floor is pretty flimsy. It's got 45 health across it. I think we just go ahead and prevent Slate from ever fighting us. And we chill, right? We will finish the boss here. If I draw a vent, we're feeling good. We do. We draw a vent. Great news. In fact, the vent is a huge play. Draw a card. Great news. We draw an Inferno, which is fantastic. Big vent on top floor does huge heavy lifting. Clears a majority of these guys out. Huge lift here. Yeah. Absolutely huge. I will then Inferno. I don't care about this Relentless floor. It's not very scary. I was going to say you could Inferno and essentially turn it into nothing, which is, you know, not bad. I guess I also kind of don't care about the curses, though. What do I hate more? The curses? I could ensnare something. I could also just let this stupid guy, the Clipped Reflector, walk on me. He's going to hit me, but I kind of don't care, right? He's never going to kill me. He has a lot of armor, though, which is extremely funny. That would let me ensnare out... potentially have a stronger vent next turn. Vent next turn can do a lot of heavy lifting here. Yeah, okay, let's Inferno bottom floor. Because I don't want these curses. Okay. I'm going to go ahead. I mean, run the math on this, right? He's got what? Mr. Man has... Alright. Here I'm doing it. Let me do math. He's got 175 armor, which puts him at 187 health. He's taken 35 a round. He gets 6 rounds on me. He does 42 damage to me. Which, honestly... not bad, if I'm being real with you here. I mean, I am going to continue to play this stuff, though, right? There's no reason not to click the cards here, so we'll at least do this. These cards get played out. Man, they all have such low hit points. It's a shame I couldn't end them. I mean, actually, why don't I just ensnare this guy? It's fine. I don't actually care that much, right? It's okay. It's fine. This man is going to be on my Relentless floor. I kind of don't care. If I see a vent, he's dead. I see a vent. He's dead. I was, again, just... why was I overthinking it? We were winning anyway. You just go ahead and you play Mr. 4-cost Vent here, which blows up everything there anyway. Great news. We just keep playing the cards. It's fine. We get big dazes on the boss. Wonderful news. Truly taking zeros here. Good job. We root Slate for good measure. Actually never getting hit. Or I think we heal off any of the damage. I think we get hit once in the front. So, I mean, there was no reason to take that risk. I was overthinking it. Cool, we win. Good job. Whew, alright. Incredible teamwork. We got it. Thank you, Root Split Mask and Light's Gift at the 11th hour. Really good Ring 8 trinkets. But really, shout out to Sinner Salve. Sinner Salve did a lot of heavy lifting in this run. It basically made Fel playable. This is really hard bosses, by the way. This run here had really hard bosses. Look at what we had to do on Patient. Patient was spicy. That was a tough setup, but we managed to pull it off. I actually think he was much harder than Divinity. Divinity, we had great wave clear. I mean, it's 3 vents, Inferno. These are hugely upgraded vents, too. Really powerful plays. Very flexible split anvil. activities. I mean, also, Vapor Funnel just straight up saves the run, right? If I don't click that Vapor Funnel on ring 1, we lose. So identifying that weakness early on is pretty important. We also never ended up on Rage, so it didn't end up mattering that I skipped Resonant Shard. But all good. It's a tougher run than I wanted, but it is a win. I mean, I guess it's sentient. You do what you gotta do, right? This is not an easy win, but it is a win that we take. So I'm good with it. I'm glad we got it. We managed to remove all the torches, which were really bad cards. Everything else we were redrawing, much stronger. Very good. What else? Anything else of worth noting here? Vents are awesome. Vent is a really good card, it turns out. Tiresome Climbs, I think the random spell chain was important. We didn't even otherwise upgrade them, but thanks to Split Anvil, it didn't matter. Energy was not relevant here. Bramble Lash we kept around thanks to the Spikes pivot, which ended up mattering. She did kill a bunch of stuff. She did fine, right? Sentient did fine in the end. So I think actually the hardest combat in terms of how close we were to losing was Fell, if I'm being honest with you, but we still had a whole extra round of about 400, 500 damage to squeeze out. So it wasn't that dire, but it was still pretty close, right? We were banking on drawing a Tiresome Climb in a good turn, so that did work out in our favor. But regardless, we cleaned up quite a bit after that. Things got better. More vents, more Tiresome Climbs, fewer torches. So it looks good. And this does win in the end, right? You know, ye old classic combo, self-infused Awoken Hollow with something behind it. It ended up being a Rail Beater this time around, but it could have just as easily been a Husk Hermit or something. I think the Rail Beater ended up being the right choice for sure. Definitely deals with taller threats better. Things like those mini-bosses were far less threatening. Double Ensnares, basically disabling Steel Slate entirely. Very funny. I considered a double stack on one of them earlier, but I ended up spending that money better elsewhere, so your mileage may vary. Double stack and snare is very entertaining, though, in my opinion. Big fan of that. Just basically say, no, this man's never going to the pyre. I'm never fighting this enemy. It's fun to say that. I like it. So, cool. Awesome. Well, it is a win. We'll take it. So it brings us up to 249 wins on the series. Incredible work. And we'll let you go there. So, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. And stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks. Woo!